welcome to the spot, guys. The Stacked After Our Spot. I am your host, Natalie Cosby, and welcome to the show for Grown Folk Talk. So, on tonight's show, we are talking about how y'all get them. Can you keep them? Can you get them? Y'all can you get them? But how can you keep them? So y'all get ready, get those cocktails and fingertips loose because we want to hear your questions and comments on tonight's show. And here at SI, we keep it what lit and enlightening. So let's get into it. Hey, sunshine. Girl,
Hey.
I love it. You showing all that skin and cleavage. I
Yeah.
love it. I
You
love it.
know
I
when
love
you have a
it.
nice dress in the back of your closet and you put it on and you feel good?
Yes, you need that every now and then.
Yes.
You always gotta
Yes.
zhuzh it up and keep it
Yes.
fly and
Bring the
fancy.
girls out from time
Bring
to
the
time.
girls out. They supposed to be confined. They want to come out and play
They
too.
want to come out and say hello.
They want to be
Hello.
seen.
Hello.
They do. They do. They's like we gonna show our cleave and just shimmy it up.
Yes.
So sunshine, we know how to
Yes.
get them. You know how to get them. We know how to bring the boys to the yard. Do we not?
Yes.
But how do we keep them and how can they keep us?
Woo, Lord. The question of the century.
Mm.
How do
Well,
you,
that's a question of a lifetime.
yeah. Where do you want to start? What do we need for them to keep them?
Maybe start.
Um,
What do you need for him to keep you?
to keep me.
Hmm.
Consistency. Like there gotta be some consistency, maturity, honesty,
Hmm.
and I just don't want to talk a few, call out a few words that kind of means nothing. I mean, I if you're tired of me and you need some space, just say it. But don't get all miserable and muffled and, you know, upset instead of just saying, look, I just need some space. And we all do need some space from time to time. But just be mature enough to say it. And say, I like you. I love when you're in my space, but I need some time. And I feel like I'm at the point where I could say the same thing. Like, I love you, you're cool and all, but I'm gonna need some space.
Got
Like just that honesty. Sometimes we are scared to be honest because we're scared of hurting people's feelings.
it.
But
Right.
at this age and stage, I think we just need to be honest with each other.
I
Ain't
agree.
nothing wrong with just saying what it is you want.
I agree, girl. You look exactly. I ditto that one. I mean, the other thing for me is I do want to be a priority. I want to know that I am a priority and you're my priority to a certain extent. No, it doesn't have to be like we are up in each other, like you said, up in each other's face, but there is like consistency, but also you want to make me a priority. Like there's
Yes.
joy in it, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my thing is it's just like for me, I realize it's like I wanna see your face light up when I walk in the room. Not
Yeah.
being vain, but I just want to know like here she come. Here come my girl.
Yes. Yes. So
Like he got a little to him. He like, get it, girl,
listen,
like that.
I
That's
use
what
this
you want.
I use this analogy all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be like another shirt in your closet where you're like, what color am I gonna wear today? I want to be your favorite shirt in your damn closet.
Girl,
Yeah,
the Golden Cottrell. You remember Golden Cottrell from Theo? He wanted that shirt so bad.
I wanted that shirt so bad that you would do just about anything to get that damn shirt. Like I do not want to come into somebody's life because remember, we're at an age where we all have our routine and the things that we enjoy. So I don't
Yeah.
really want to come into anybody's life and change their routine. But can you add me to the routine so that I can have some space in that? You know, I need to be a space in your routine. I need to be a priority in your routine.
Right. I think the problem. Look, I think we're at an age now where it's like you have options. You can have an option to be single. You can have an option to continue to date. You can have just have multiple people you just date. But it's a difference when you want to keep someone. And I'm realizing that now, even in the relationship I'm in, I'm like, this is a little different. It's a little different. There's a little, you got both feet planted, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do to make sure that he also feels good about choosing to be in this, right? I think part of it is showing up. And when you've been able to move, I've been able to move very, very freely in my single life, and I've been
Yes.
single my life. I've never been married. So with
But
that,
Natalie, what type of guys were you attracting before this
I,
relationship?
I think before I was attracting. There were guys who wanted to make me the priority, but I also was giving off the energy as it's just like, I like you for now. It was very
Yeah.
much a now thing. And some of them would embarrass me. That's the other thing. Don't embarrass me in public.
Oh,
Don't
girl.
like I want to know I can take you to places where you ain't gonna show your ass. Because folks
Yeah.
show their ass. At this age, you shouldn't be doing that. But there are some folks who will, and I want you to be your if you're a man, I like men who are very strong and have their own opinion and all that other stuff. But don't be
Yeah.
flirting with other women. Don't
Oh
be
my God.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
when
That's
you say embarrass
embarrassing.
me, really don't disrespect me, right?
Yes. Yes.
If you're
Yes.
with me and I'm bringing you somewhere and you choose to disrespect me, you are going to remain an option. Or if that's how I see you move, and you can kind of tell that as you date them, you may really like them, and then you're like, mm-mm. And the other thing, I used to try to make those men and keep those men because I did like them. But then I kind of got old and I was just like, this shit is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get the so I'm attracting so I attract a plethora of different types. Right? As you can see, I have like a bubbly personality. So I think sometimes when I attract the person who is attracted to that bubbly personality, the expectation is that I'm going to be just the fun girl all the time. And then when I switch over to the female Sam Jackson, they're like, what is this?
Miss
What is this?
Anthea. It's Miss
I don't.
Anthea.
This is Anthea. That was Sunshine. Like, which one are you? And then I get the ones that are like, I literally just want to marry you. Like, I want you to be here in my space. I don't want anybody to have you. And I'm like, but wait, at that point, I feel like, remember Pepe Le Pew and the other cat?
Girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like the other cat sometimes, like, wait, wait, So I do attract a spectrum, but I kind of compartmentalize them differently based on, you know, my interactions with them and, what I'm feeling at the time.
Mhm.
But in order to take it to the next level with me, just show up like a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Don't play no games.
Don't
Just
play
tell
no
me
games.
what it is you want from me. Just be clear. I want to be with you, or I am dating people. Simple. That's all. Be clear. Yeah.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring in our panel and see what they say. Take a seat. Ooh, look at this panel. Look at y'all. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, well, she's back. And she said, dancing in high heels is 12 on her list of things to learn in life. of course. Let's welcome back our homegirl, our fly girl, Miss Ronee, Madam Lee.
Ronnie, high heels are in the air, not on the floor.
Right, girl. You can
No.
wait to walk them to the bed and just lay down and throw them up and click them.
Oh.
All right. He said, of course, he is our in-house maestro. He said he would sing when paid. Of course he would. Let's welcome Mr. Rashad Coase. Hi, Rashad.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
I'm
Hey,
fine. I'm fine. And new to the show, he says his love language is service. He loves to cook and is a former exotic dancer. I want to know what the name was, though. Brandon.
Yeah.
Hi,
Was it
Brandon.
Hello, everybody. How's
Welcome.
everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
So I want to ask you guys that question. What's going to make someone keep you? I'm gonna let the ladies go first on this. As the men, because I think the men need to think a little bit. Ronee may need to too, but go ahead, Ronee.
Oh, because I like to go last.
I know you
do. What's gonna keep me? That's what we're talking about, right? So, well, of course, someone who communicates well, right?
Okay.
Someone who is honest, right? And I mean, appears to be honest, because you don't really know they're honest until it all plays out, right? So someone who's honest, grounded, like I love grounded, someone who's in touch with what's really going on in the world, a listener, someone who's active, but active in the healthy sense. And those are the things that are going to keep me interested in that person.
Okay. All right. Brandon.
So here's my thing on that. And I'm speaking from the point of view of someone who's single and has not maintained a serious relationship for a long period of time. So it's kind of hard for me to say what will keep me, because I'm not kept. So
but that's a good thing, though, because obviously they haven't been kept. So what is it? What was the missing link?
So, and thank you for pointing me in the right direction there. I like that. I know part of it is insecure people, or an insecure woman. A woman that's insecure, and that can show up in a lot of different ways, right? It doesn't necessarily show up in how she speaks. It may show up in how she acts in and around. I've had female friends be insecure around my family, which I thought was kind of strange. But as you age, you start to look at, well, maybe they don't have that strong family bond, so there may be the reason. I've had the last female relationship I was in. She was just very bossy, and a lot of that had to do with her job title. Being in law enforcement, that was her norm to be, and it's not aggressive. It's not. I don't mind aggressive. I don't like passive aggressiveness. So I know passive aggressiveness will get me out the door fast, real fast. I know what keeps me. Outdoors people, a woman that likes outdoors. I'm a beach bum, Natalie, and you know that. I've said that. You've seen me at Fort Greene Park. You and at the, I love outdoor things, and outdoor doesn't mean you end up outdoors. Just leave the house sometimes and go and do some things. So it definitely, I think you pointed out earlier, Anthony. You said honesty. I mean, damn, if you don't like something, just say it. You don't have to be passive aggressive about that shit. I'm not a baby. I'm not gonna cry and crumble up. I'm not gonna, like lose my mind because you said you don't like the way I did something. Just say it so I can alter. The worst thing you can, you can say to somebody is, well, you should have known. Well, how the hell would I know? I don't know you, so how can I know that that's gonna bother you?
One thing I know for sure is that men don't take hints very well. They got to be very explicit.
It's
Just
very
give it
black
to
and
yeah.
white.
I defied myself the other day. I said, I'm real simple, but I'm complicated as hell, right? Like, so it's kind of like, and I think the complication comes from the simplicity, because people, they will listen to an articulate person speak, an intellectual person speak, and think that they're super complicated. I'm pretty simple and straightforward. I like the things I like. I don't like the things I don't like. And trust when I tell you I don't like them, it's probably because I tried it and I don't like it. I'm not a person that says I don't like it from a distance and never touched it, never tried it, never tasted, never smelt it. My dislikes are based in not theory, but in action or things that I've done. And I don't, it's like I don't do it because, somebody said, well, why don't you like avocados? Because it's a texture thing for me. It's like, well, how could you not like an avocado? It's so healthy. Come on, there's like 30,000 things that are healthy. You're not gonna like all of them.
So we're
But
gonna
that's
put
my take.
we're gonna put avocado on the side for a second.
Yeah,
I
I
want
got you.
that's okay. That's all right. I want to get Rashad.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
That's
Yeah.
okay. So Rashad, what is some of the things that's gonna keep you now?
Now, what's going to keep me now?
Mm-hmm.
Shared goals, a love of laughter,
Mm.
because I have a pretty technical job, so I can be lost in a bunch of numbers and formulas all day. But then when I come home, I just want to unwind and just have a good time. And it really doesn't comport well with somebody who's just tightly wound all the time. So, and above all is accountability. I mean, please own your shit. I mean, we can't go anywhere if we first don't agree that we are not perfect. We're flawed people, but in that, there's a beauty in that we can work from, and that's just from acceptance, being able to accept my flaws. I accept your flaws, and I think that's any relationship. In any relationship is that you agree to accept the things that you find in that person, that you love in that person, but at the same time you find that you accept the things that you have to work with, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Anthea.
No, I was just saying I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think at this age, I always do we struggle to meet the person that we're interested in? Like, is there the struggle to kind of even make the connection because we have all these other things in our head about because we're older, we have certain things as we see as relationships.
I mean, I'm not older, but if you want to,
what I mean, we are at an age. Excuse me, we are seasoned. Let me say, you like Larry seasoned stuff or whatever, adobo, whatever your choice is. We're seasoned, right? We're seasoned. I said older. We're seasoned. Do you struggle meeting people who that you find interesting?
Yes.
You said yes. Why, Anthea? What's the struggle? What's y'all struggle? Because the struggle is real.
It sure is.
There's a lot of struggles because I feel like at this age, a lot of people are still not mature enough to just be themselves. Mm-hmm. And if it's one thing that I strive for is to meet someone that can just be themselves without trying to put on anything. And I think what I'm meeting now is people that think that this is what X want to hear. So I'm going to say what I believe that she wants to hear. And I am by far the most basic listening I listen to the most mundane, stupidest shit, So people think that I'm oh, she's this, she's that. I'm give me the jokes, give me the low level shit. I'm about that. That's it. Don't try to put on an air. I'm good.
Except the math problem.
I love math. Yes, I do love math.
Yeah.
Math turns me on, by the way.
Right. What's y'all
Oh, God.
struggle? What up, Tennessee? Hello, Lord Vell. What's up, y'all? Go ahead. What's the struggle, y'all?
So I don't have a struggle in meeting people that may interest me. It's because I'm looking at it at the beginning, right? So I'm interested in the beginning, but as time goes on, there may be a few things that may not keep me. But if the question is meeting people that interest me, there's no struggle there. It's the longevity of it is where
Yeah.
it's
So what's the struggle with the longevity, Rane, for you?
Say what?
What's the struggle in the longevity for you?
That you're continuing to keep me interested, or finding, or when I'm having these conversations with you and then realizing that what Rashad said, those shared goals, like when you start to realize we don't have those shared goals, or we don't, there are things that are a problem for me. Now, that is when I will separate and I'm like, you become a friend and not a person of interest to pursue something with.
So you
So,
compartmentalize
yeah.
people.
Rane, do you, this is to follow up with that question, do you find a lot of the people you meet go into the friend zone because of that struggle, because of the goals? And do you put your goals out there?
Not initially, because I'm just getting to meet you. I don't want you to,
in that point of struggle when you start
in the point of struggle. So, do I find someone would say that I'm a runner, right? And I think I've mentioned that before. So
you do run every day.
You do run, and girl, we got Flojo on the panel, y'all. This is Flojo's child. Go ahead.
But I am a runner. When I do see something that is big for me, I am going to put you in the friend zone, if that answers the question. So that you asked me if I find most people going into that zone, yes, because you're not gonna, majority of the people you're going to meet are not going to be someone you want to have some kind
Let
of.
me ask you a quick follow-up question. What is one of the things that could put you in a friend zone?
For me or for everyone?
For you. Because it sounds like people get put in the friend zone very quickly with you. So what is one of the things, like one or two of the things that will put them in there?
Finding out, like you talked about, maybe you kind of hit on, when I realized like the package that you presented is really not what it is. So as I start to peel the layers back.
What package?
Whatever, like.
Wow. Wow, you went there fast, Cynthia. Wow.
Go ahead. Continue.
See, a guy can't present that package any other way than it exists. So that Anthea is grinning ear to ear over there about. Mm-hmm.
That's sunshine right there.
It can be whatever. So for me, the package, if you came to me and you were like, oh my God. All right. So I am attracted to a certain type of swagger, right? And I feel like there are things that sort of support that swagger, right? That you move, you have like this, I'm not into soft kind of guys, right? Okay. I am into guys who move with confidence. So when you come to me,
some swag.
some swagger, swagger, right? So when you come to me that way, and then as we start to talk, now I'm not saying that a guy shouldn't have a soft side to him. I'm not saying that he should be sensitive. But when I start to realize, like, in your stories, this is all a front, I'm going to not be interested anymore. It's like, okay, you're not really built the way you said you were built, or the way you presented that you were built. So just for the sake of
catfished.
So, well, no, not even catfish. Are they catfished? Or are they're trying to sell you? They're trying to sell themselves.
Right, exactly. Right.
When representative is really not. Yep. Right. You feel like you've been sold a bag of goods.
Yes.
That ain't really there.
Right. You were in the Lay's package, and I realized you were no frills chips. I'm like, wow, okay. And I'm not saying I won't stay friends with you, but you're not the energy. I was attracted to that Lay's package, and that's not.
Okay. We're gonna get into the energy. I want to continue this conversation about struggle. Brandon, what do you struggle with?
That was the whole question. I feel like I got the cut down version.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you struggle with in meeting interest? Lord, I see we're gonna be stroking it tonight. Lord have mercy.
Wow.
From the beard, the gray beard to the locks. Lord have mercy.
I forget my eyebrows now.
I'm not gonna blush, and I don't care what you say.
Okay, so what you struggle with, Brandon, in meeting people who you are interested in?
Gosh, I know. Part of the thing is meeting someone. I think sometimes I'm a little picky, so I'm gonna put this one on me. I can be picky. I can.
And you should be.
Well, I mean, there's picky, and then I think there's.
Are you picking them apart?
But so thanks for giving me that. I think sometimes I've done that, and I'm not. That's not something that's my norm. I won't normally pick somebody apart until later on. However,
until there's what?
Until
later on.
Later on.
Like, and it's almost what I'm sorry, your name isn't showing and I forgot.
Ronay.
You're right.
It's what Ronay said. It's like you show me something, but then you can't keep it up. Don't get me ready to have sex 4 nights a week when you really only want to do it once.
But hold on.
You ain't hold on when she said what she said. I got to hold on.
Times and you're only giving her 4 times.
But if I said 4 times and I'm doing it 4 times, then that's what it is. I'm not saying 4 times 5? And then I do. Well, if she wants 5, I mean, I don't know. Can I provide you 5 nights a week consistently for the rest of our relationship? I'm gonna straight up say no, because I'm not gonna want you 5 nights a week. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm not saying it because you can't give me what I want. It's like I love steak, and anybody that's a friend of mine on Facebook, you've seen me post bone-in ribeye steaks. I don't want a steak every night. I want one every week, but I don't want a ribeye steak as perfectly as it can be cooked every single night or 5 nights. I'll take it 2 to 3 nights. I can do 3 nights, but there might be a week where that steak ain't gonna taste. It's just not gonna move me 3 nights a week. I just may need it once. Okay. So I know part of my struggle, and I appreciate that point of view, Anthony. I really do, because this for me right now is a lot of like that self-reflecting, which I don't think a lot of people do. But I think it's real important to do. My struggle has been seeing certain things in packages and hoping the rest of it is there. So it's almost like I remember watching this show or a video I was watching, and they put this fancy looking car on display, but it had no emblems on it. So you couldn't tell what kind of car it was. Right. So all you could look at, like, so basically you were looking at this car from the perspective, oh, well, I like the shape. I like the color. I like the sleekness. I like the angles. But it had no name. It was no frills. And a lot of times people want frills. Like, you want a car with a name. You want something with a name. And even with a person, for me, it's been like, yeah, you can look like, for me, like, wow. And
beautiful.
I mean, and I may hope and want, and a lot of times hope is the fear of reality, right? She's not going to be what I want her to be. And I'm not saying what I said was what I want her to be. I want her to be the complete thing, because I've looked at her and gone like, wow, she is absolutely beautiful. But her understanding of life could be different than what I'm accustomed to. Like, she may not like the Black struggle, so to speak, right? Where she doesn't care about what's going on in that realm. And that would be a problem for me. She doesn't look at anything going on in the world, and everything is just about what is important to her. And I won't say selfish, because I don't really deem that as selfish, I just think that, you know, people are raised a certain way and certain things are become important to them and other
Yeah.
things don't. But
Right.
definitely my struggle is with wanting that person to be everything I want them to be.
And they're not.
And it's not their fault.
No, it's
So,
not. I'm
right.
not. I'm not.
Yeah,
So
no, you're right. No, Natalie, I'm with you. I'm with you. I was just going to add on, yeah, my struggle, right? Like that was the question.
Brandon, I have a question though. When
Uh-huh.
you meet her, get to know her, you realize she's not into the struggle, but she loves the beach. And
Wow, that ain't fair.
she likes
That
no.
wasn't
And
fair.
because that's what happens, right? That's what is
Yeah.
that what
Yes,
happens?
that is exactly what happened.
She's not into the black. She's like, shut up, bruh, chill with the black stuff. Yes, calm the hell down. But she's into the beach and she loves your cooking. Are you trying to
And the pack.
left? Are you picking her apart?
No, so I'm gonna be honest with you. You named 2 out of 3 things. So if 2 out of 3 is swinging in the right direction, there are obviously concessions that need to be made. I have made concessions, and I will always make concessions because I think concessions are necessary. In any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship or, you know, a sexual relationship or a relationship. I don't believe in, well, they don't have all 3 and therefore it's a no-go. What am I willing to concede? Well, maybe she doesn't want me in the kitchen cooking all the time. Maybe she only wants to see me once a week. Well, then Sunday dinner is going to be hella large, right?
But
Like, so
let me just stick a pin right there quickly.
yes.
But based on tonight's topic, though, all of those different things can probably make or break a relationship. But what is that thing that's going to say, I don't want to keep her? Because we're talking about
okay,
trying
so
to keep her.
all honesty, like if she doesn't like sex in the volume and the manners in which I enjoy it, it's a no-go. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Like, I'll straight up tell you, and it's not like I want her swinging from places, but maybe one day we might get to that point where I may want her swinging from someplace. But I think an open mind in sexuality,
Yes.
Just make sure
it's
them
important.
springs are strong.
On the
enough.
beam, it's on the beam. It's gotta be
Y'all
on the
gotta
beam.
y'all gotta
On the beam.
Y'all gotta
Yeah.
be almost meeting the same level sexually.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Rashad,
Yes. Yes.
We'll
Cool.
come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Rashad, what's your struggle? He's laughing.
He knows I'm messing with
Rashad.
I mess with Rashad
Oh,
all
boy.
the time.
Poor Rashawn over there, man. He's just
Let's
trying to
just
live
keep-
his life, man.
Let's just keep it moving, please.
We want to know, and crying minds want to know.
No, my struggle is time. It's just the availability. I mean, I'm busy, you're busy, and the struggle is just basically just trying to create that space where you're intentional about spending time with that person. Because if the person doesn't feel like you're making space for them, or if I don't feel like you're making space for me, then, you know, that energy that could just be very strong, that attraction could be there, but it's just not available to you when you need it. So my biggest struggle is just being available and having time.
So what's a deal breaker or something that would be like this person would never make it to the end?
Well, I guess top of that list would be lack of intelligence. You know, like if I can't discuss, like, you know, something that's not surface esoteric, like I want to be able to get into a deep conversation, and we could agree or we could disagree, but even disagreeing would actually be kind of cool, because that would just kind of open up the door for us to have a larger conversation and offer us an opportunity to just accept one another for where we are instead of looking for the win, right? So Yeah.
And what are could I just stick a pin there? What are the aesthetics that go with that? Because she could be intelligent, she can have a great conversation, but she looks like, I don't know. What is your person, Natalie? Nathan Bookman?
Nate. You want a female Nathan Bookman?
Yeah.
Celie.
Who?
Celie.
Celie?
Celie.
Yeah.
See, you guys, you guys are so wrong, man.
They
I'm
are.
just
They are.
asking. Be real. Like, tell it. Like, you don't want her looking like Silly. You don't want her looking like
I mean,
Nathan Bookman.
Of course, I mean everybody has a. I mean, but even Nathan Bookman had a wife, you know. So somebody loved him,
You
right?
ain't loving Celie.
But not you.
Listen.
I mean, Celie had Mister. He treated her terribly, but yes.
At some point, something happened, right? We ain't talking about how it ended up. They started off at some point attracted to one another. Listen, the point
You gotta
that
be attractive.
The
And
point
intelligent.
is, what is your point?
I know what you're trying to get me to say.
Because you dancing around it.
Real life-
You
can I say
dancing around it, Rashad. You said it already.
Listen, I posted something recently and it kind of spoke to how I see things. Intelligence is number one, and physical appearance is a number two. So the meme said this a person, a woman could be by social standards a very average looking woman, but if she's very intelligent, then she moves up that ladder like 4 steps for me, right? So, I mean, I've been with some very beautiful women and I've been with some very average looking women, and the ones who stand out are the ones who are the most intelligent.
So
Somebody said Celie even pulled Suge Avery though. Well,
See?
I'm sorry.
See? Thank you.
Yeah.
Resting my case.
I don't know who
Leave
that
me
is.
alone.
Yes. Yeah. Anthony, you had a question.
I think I got like some weird admirer, but okay. I didn't see it. So
when
whoever
the girls
said
come out to play,
okay.
Oh, now who's blushing? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Turn the tables.
Listen, no. Rashad, I was gonna push back a little bit on
I'm sorry, y'all. That was hilarious. Because it actually caught her. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know I was gonna just push back a little bit on what Rashad said, but I'm not gonna belabor the issue, but I wanted to say, well, the ones that were intelligent, that you were interested in, that was there with you, why are they not here now? Or are you single? I'm not sure.
Well, listen, the thing of it is, the reason why those people aren't around today is because life happened, I mean, everything. I mean, obviously intelligence is top of my list. But that isn't the end all. That isn't the end all be all. So,
yeah,
it could have been, our temperaments were different. We're in a different place in life. We were, at one point.
Hold on. I'm getting all this energy from all three of y'all, and I'm gonna call you on it. Do y'all like staying in the option, being in the field? Like,
I'm sorry, say that again, Natalie.
Do you like having your options? Do you like being like having one foot in the door, one foot out the door?
I can answer your question easily.
That's the energy. No, but I'm serious. The energy that y'all are giving me, that's the energy that all three of y'all are giving me.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you from my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that close from being 60, right? So I've been in relationships longer as an adult than I've been single. So I don't know, that might just be some new energy or something that you're reading, but I mean, I've been in relationships from 24 to 52.
I'm not saying that you haven't, but what I'm trying to say right now, I'm not saying that you, and I'm sure a lot of people, but sometimes we get in relationships, we get a little bit of taste of freedom. We kind of, it's hard to really make someone the priority again, because that takes some work and it takes some compromise that you're not really willing to give up sometimes. So that's why I'm asking. Sometimes it's easy to be free and have your options.
So let me just chime in really quick, if I may. For those that don't know, I've coached Little League football for 30 years. Like, and last year was my last year. I just finally retired. There's a saying in football: if you have two quarterbacks, you have none. So having options sometimes means that you don't really have what you want. If you're dating multiple people, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or long enough to know better. Even at my age, I'm well aware that I want options, because that's the mindset I'm in. I want to be able to go from this person to this person to this person to this person. Fair or not to them, it has a lot to do with what each person, or what I get from each person. And I mean, you can strip that down to, are you asking that of the other people? Are they able to give that to you where you wouldn't have to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5? And while when you're younger, I know for me as a male, when I was younger, it was very easy to just go, right? Now I'm like, shit, nobody want to do all that. Like, I don't want to do all of that, right? I'd rather just be by my damn self than to use all my energy trying to figure all of this out. So in some ways, I've messed up myself, and I will take that. I will take that, because when I was younger, there wasn't that urgency, or the thought of having an urgency of finding somebody that's going to bring you long-term happiness, right? I almost equate it to folks that look for short-term financial goals rather than long-term, right? I'm gonna get this money now, or I gotta do what I gotta do, primarily because you didn't do what you needed to do.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm gonna own mine. I definitely, I have no problem with owning mine. The problem is, what I'll have is, I'm gonna go back and sometimes do it again, in the hopes that it will actually end up different, because it is a different person. Everybody that shows a certain thing doesn't mean they're going to end up that way.
So Brandon, I want to ask you a question. And hold on.
Yes.
So when you meet someone and you like, okay, I'm interested in you, right? And is your mindset like, okay, I know this is going to be 5 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years? It's just, you're just going with the flow.
Yeah. I'm a flow person, because it could be today. At the end of the day, the person can say something that I'm like, oh shit, hell no, nope. All right, that was a one date person, and I'm being honest. Like, I'm being so honest, and I was so much worse when I was younger. And Rush he's like, non, because he knows what I'm talking about. You can screw. We cursing on this?
Yes.
I just want to make sure, because I'm a former sailor. I was in the Navy, so I fucking curse. I'm just gonna let you know. So the fuck, it's coming out now. But no, I will say that honestly, like, when I was younger, you sneezed fucking wrong. Like, I'm bye. Like, I was gone. And I think part of that was because I had options, or part of it was I don't even care, because now, though my options are not as vast, and they're not as vast simply because everybody don't attract me. You know, when I was younger, it was like, oh, she got a fat ass, nice. Oh, she got this, she's nice. Oh, she got that, she's nice. Now it's like, there's fat asses everywhere. It don't matter. Like, the asses, and I'm not even talking about the fake ones. I'm only talking about the real. Y'all don't get up. Stop. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Because I've seen y'all in person. Damn it, and I know. No, but in all honesty, it can happen like that.
Go ahead, Ronnie. Ronnie, did you speak on us?
I was gonna ask.
So I don't. It's not that I rather have a bunch of options. But if I don't have this one person that I am that interested in, yes, options are a better situation for me. But if I had to go in between both, I rather have and I'm gonna say this carefully, Sunshine, a companion that I can rock with through all of this. Okay, not so.
I agree with you.
I'd rather have one companion and have a bunch of options. But if I don't have that companion, I'm gonna rock out with a bunch of options.
I listen. We're on the same mindset. I agree with you with that. If the options are the better quote unquote option, that's what I'm going with. As opposed to settling or being with someone who doesn't bring me multi levels of happiness and joy. I'd rather, yeah.
And be clear, those options are just friends. Those options are not someone I'm taking it to like these physical levels with. This is strictly like we're friends and we're hanging out a lot.
So I don't know.
I know, Brandon, that might be different for you.
That
for me,
doesn't require
for me, it's different.
That's different for the men, Ronnie.
It was like you had me until you went that way.
Totally different.
I know.
Hold on. Go ahead, Anthea. And then she's been
No. I was gonna just say, like, for the panelists, for all of the panelists, I don't know where you guys are in terms of your relationships, but if you met someone tomorrow, are you guys ready to settle down, or are you still in that phase where you're not really, you're still just looking and you're still chilling?
I am ready. Like if
you're ready,
someone and they want to, that's the person that I can see myself hanging out with. I'm gonna rock out with just that person.
You're ready
without the title, but I'm gonna.
Wait, okay, so let's talk about that. Hold on. Somebody on Facebook said, "Are you sure options aren't a code for fear?" We're gonna put that to bed.
Oh yeah, it could be.
I think that person is onto something for sure. Yeah. Okay. Because sometimes we find things wrong with someone just so a little thing becomes a big thing, and that becomes a reason to, well, let me go to her because I didn't hear that from her. So let me go deal with that because that isn't going to give me that. So whoever said that, I agree with you. For me, definitely it has been times when it was about fear. It definitely was about fear. But I can't say that if I met somebody today, then I'm ready to settle down.
You said you can't say that?
I cannot say that. Okay. And I guess maybe I need to ask the question, meeting today, but then figuring something out 2 or 3 months from now? Because meeting somebody today that may check various boxes is not the fluidity of life in my terms, right? Because they can check boxes today, but we're all human and we do change.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We do adapt.
Okay, so
right.
Can I say? Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, so let me say this. Beside all the boxes, everybody has their thing, right? That X factor that you just like.
Yes.
Oh, she blows her nose, annoying. Oh, I hate her laughing. We all have that. We have that shit that gets on a person's.
They squeeze their toothpaste from the middle.
Squeeze their toothpaste.
Who the hell does that? It's sadistic if you squeeze your toothpaste from the middle. Something's wrong with you.
Serial killers.
I mean, like, thank you. Okay, yo, come on.
Stay on topic. Hold on, let's bring it back. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. But the thing is, it's just like, when is the last time y'all have made somebody a priority? Anybody on this panel? Like seriously, like I'm gonna consider, despite all like I really like this person and I want to go there with them. When was the last time that happened for y'all?
For me, 2019.
Okay, 2019.
Yeah.
My ceiling needs painting.
Change
the color.
And would you look at that? I'm all out of ice.
Well, I will be the bold one.
Almost empty.
Go ahead, Ron.
I will be the bold one and say, since I've been on Stacked Singles, right? So someone friended me who I knew from back in the days, and I have been making that person a priority to speak to. So I would say now I'm making someone a priority to put energy into.
What was the difference in that, Renee? What made you turn on your? Because we have to turn on the priority switch. No.
Because we're connecting. We're connecting on a lot of levels, and we haven't even gone out on a date, and we're just connecting on a lot of levels. Just the conversation is just phenomenal, and I have lots of great conversations, but these conversations are just they're just doing a little bit more than other conversations have.
Like,
and you haven't been out anywhere?
We have not. I met up with him one time for maybe an hour, but after that, we haven't been on a date or anything yet. But
is that intentional by you, or you just didn't have it?
It's just the way the schedule is working.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, why? So you said Brandon said he needed to paint his ceiling when I asked that question. Rashad went to go fill up his glass. He got his liquid courage. Brothers, what's going on? Because the other issue with that is that women are feeling that, right? We can see the lack of even initiative, let alone priority.
Let me
Please, sir.
Let me defend myself here.
He said defend.
Go, Rashad.
Okay, so I there was somebody recently that I was involved with that earlier this year, and when things started to move in a direction, I made that person a priority. I did.
What did you do, Rashad? I want to hear how you made her a priority. I need some details.
This person traveled a lot, so they were always on different time zones. So if they called me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I would wake up and talk.
Oh.
So, or
rolled over and answered the phone. Rashad, did y'all ever go out?
Did she downplay you just now, Rashad? I mean, did she downplay you when you said you rolled over and answered the phone?
Oh,
it takes a hell of a lot to wake up in the middle of the night to answer. I'm just saying,
man,
it ain't my kids. I'm not trying to.
I'm kidding.
I know. I'm just messing.
This is a sidebar. This is a sidebar, but I've had enough of brothers say, you know what? Yeah, I did this. Listen, I got up and cooked breakfast. I mean, I did that for you. Oh yeah, your little eggs was cute. You know, like nah, bro, give me some credit. Like, oh yeah, your little eggs and pancakes, that was cute. Okay. You learn how to say good morning in a different language. Oh, ooh, great. That's cute. Nah, man. Give me some credit, please.
Brandon is cracking up.
Because he feels me.
Sorry.
He knows my pain.
Because he's got a point. It's like the worst thing you can do is trivialize a person's effort, right? Like to say to them, like, oh, you just did. Oh, well, the last person I was with did this, that, and that. Well, I don't do that. But what I will do is some other stuff, right? So, yo, I'm sorry. You got me.
He rolled over and answered the phone.
You know what? You said rolled over.
Anthea, I was not trying to trivialize what you.
No, you wasn't. No. And I'm sorry. I don't mean that, Natalie. That's what you were attempting to do. But I think between Rush and I, we've had somebody, and even Renee, I'm sure, trivialize, all of us for that matter.
And
something.
Anthony,
I'm saying not you.
3:30 in the morning, and I want you to take my car.
Yeah.
Roll over.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh yeah, thanks for rolling over and taking my car.
Okay, I'll roll over and take your car.
Nat, what was the question again when I looked up at the ceiling?
I said, first of all, when was the last time you have made someone a priority?
2013.
Ooh, Lord.
I'm not
Yeah,
judging.
I'm-
Sorry, I'm not judging.
So
No, I'm fine.
Brandon,
I'm cool with that. Yes.
So why
First of
why
all-
has it been? Okay,
So-
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask the question. I'm sorry.
No,
no, it's not even a question. We don't need you on stacked singles on
Yes.
because we're gonna need to have a conversation with you.
You might need to roll over and answer a phone. What the hell?
Answer the phone.
So,
Yeah.
Brandon,
Roll over and that's the
so
phone
Brandon,
now.
that's almost 10 years, right? It's
Yeah.
almost 10 years.
Well, it went into 2014. So 9. Can I get a knockdown of a
Okay.
year?
This is
Okay.
priority.
I'm doing math.
Right. No, listen. So okay. So maybe it's not that long, but I'm really speaking about a
Priority.
person that prioritizing. I prioritize for people that I was dating. I'm thinking about the person that I thought that was going to be the last person I dated.
Mhm.
And then I was going to move into more than just a date or dating, because it was several months and I was feeling it. And I think what happened was that person showed me a side that was kind of like, I need to be in control all the time. And although I'm not that person, I like being in control, but I don't need to be in control all the time.
Mhm.
And I would definitely show her by, she said, well, do this. And I'm like, okay. She would say, do this. And I think my mistake was not letting her know that I had something else to do. And then I decided to go ahead and do that for her. Well, I was giving up time and space and energy to be with her and do things for her. But when a person becomes ultra demanding and ultra like, I fall back. Like, I'll lean back. And I think that's a fault, because sometimes I need to just go, no, what the hell are you saying? Are you out of your damn mind? I'm not doing that shit. Like, get out of here.
Brandon,
Like,
when is your
no, you figure it out, since you act like you want to know when my birthday is and what moon I'm in and what planets and shit are going around. You gonna tell me. So let me see if you got it right. No, but Natalie, I want to just say
you
this real
sounded
quick.
much
Real
like a
quick.
Virgo right about now.
Go ahead.
Well, so nowhere near that. So
But go
here's
ahead.
my thing, really quick. So I go over her house, right? This person, I'm not saying I went over her house, and she was doing a lot of stuff around the house, her house, outside and inside. So I'm like, I'm a handy dude. I can do a lot of things. I can clean gutters. I can trim trees with an electric chainsaw, and I can freaking mow the lawn. So now when you ask me to mow, and I say, okay, I'm gonna go out. I start the lawn mower and I start going vertical. So let's just say north south. You come out and ask me, why am I not going east west? Right. So right there, that's a tick burrowing in the inner layers of my anus. Okay, because that shit right there is a fucking problem to me. Because why won't you just say, when you mow the lawn, go east west? I will do it. It's your house. It's what you want. Don't wait until I'm 30% into the task to ask me why didn't I do it. Passive aggressive. Don't like that shit.
So she minimalized your
part.
effort.
She minimalized that.
Thank you.
Or
And I'm
don't
sitting there
recognize,
going,
or
first
don't-
off, this
or
ain't my
don't
goddamn
recognize
house.
it at all. Like, I go,
I ain't
okay,
have to do that shit.
right.
I'm sorry,
I
Rush.
get it.
Go ahead, man.
Brandon, did you say something to her, or you just let it go?
I did no. That at that point, I was like, so why didn't you just tell me to go that way? Because I didn't really. I just chose an option. I saw the long side of the field, and I just figured I'd go that way. I didn't really give a damn which way I went. This is your backyard. Like, why would I give a shit? It's like,
Why didn't you
whatever
ask?
you want.
So-
Like,
And
the
so
fuck?
because you didn't go east west, you went south. And
Yeah. And going south with her was nice,
Oh,
honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. I went somewhere else with that.
I'm talking
back.
about the relationship with south. The relationship.
Oh yeah, the relationship went south because she was just a very bossy. Like, she was controlling, and in that I could have probably dealt with her going no, as to more being passive aggressive. So yeah, I don't like passive aggressive people. But
So now
yeah,
you gotta bring
2014.
You gotta bring Brandon on to Stack Singles tomorrow
He's
night.
He can't be on tomorrow, but we're gonna put him in the
We're
rotation.
gonna get him on. Yeah,
gonna
and
get
I
then-
can't be on. I don't want to be single. I don't want to be single. I really
You have to
don't.
stay
No,
in
this is the whole
tradition.
point. It's the opposite. It's
Ugh.
getting your singleness so you're no longer single. So
Yep.
So,
Y'all are,
guys,
listen, I just gotta say thank you because y'all are hilarious. Oh my God. Russ, you set me off on one of those laughters that could have been a 20-minute on the floor, tears rolling, cramping up my guts. But anyway, yeah, this is cool.
We can keep going. I mean, I got a million of those.
Yeah.
Jesus,
We've
I had
taken
one. I had
care of
one
laughter.
loaded. I was about to. I had one loaded. Shit.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Everybody, catch us next week. Panel, Brandon, Rashad, Renee, y'all were on fire. Thank you so much. Sunshine, as always, Anthea.
Are
Come
y'all
to
gonna
the after party, y'all, because we're gonna include this. Brandon, Rashad, and Renee, can y'all come into the after party?
I can hang out for a little bit.
A little bit.
For a
Because
little
I'm
bit.
gonna continue this. Because we didn't get to
Because I got some shrimp to cook. I'm just saying.
Yes, yes. All right, y'all.
Renee was eating earlier. She ain't sharing nothing, but it's okay.
See y'all next week. Thank you,
Went
gentlemen
the girls
and
out,
ladies. Say that again, Anthea.
No, I said Ronnie went and got the lip gloss and the girls out.
I
So
see, right there, you looking.
Yeah, you know,
Hey, y'all coming to the. Well, you know what she got.
You know what? Sunshine bought it out of me. You know,
Ooh,
she bought
she
her
always
sunshine.
does,
Like
honey.
I can't let her be sunshine by herself.
You can't. You're exactly right. All right, y'all. See y'all next week. Meet us at the after party starting now.